This is not the internet. This is the metaverse. Hello pioneers. Well, you've all been asking for another video, so here I am. I'm happy to oblige. So I haven't made a video, well, since Pi Day really, and the reason is there wasn't really much of an announcement, you know, so I didn't even think I'd bother making a Pi Day video. Now, with core team, you know, we hear things like, you know, Pi is a non-conformist and, you know, how we're open for pro-transparency and all this, you know, but the evidence is always to the contrary, isn't it, you know? So what did we get? Well, we got these .po domains, right, which no one was really that excited about, but, you know, it was something. And even if I wanted to cover this, you know, I really couldn't, because if you see here, this is what I get, you know, I go into the Pi domains, you know, I click go to auctions, I get my wallet, I sign into the wallet, and then I just get this, right? So I think I'm a bit of an anomaly, because most people out there seem to be, you know, participating in the domains, but for me, yeah, I can't do it. So if I refresh, I just go straight into my wallet, right? So that's about all I can get. Now, I have got a screen capture of someone else, you know, so this is what you get, you know, you get the Pi domains and you can make bids on it, you know, and all that. And yeah, participate in the auctions if you want a .pi domain, right? Now, of course, all the big guys, you know, Amazon.pi and all these big ones, Apple.pi and all that, they've already been bid on, and they've been bid on by significant amounts, 30,000 Pi here, you know, and I haven't even seen what the latest is. But all these big domains seem to be bid on by all the same wallet. So this is some big guy's wallet. I don't know if it's core team wallet or all that, but obviously they're not going to let you get these domains, right? So, you know, that's just a bit of trickery going on. We've also got, you know, no update in the KYB verified businesses. You know, that's all the same. For a brief moment, we did get a page like this with bridges and Web3 wallets. But, you know, there's been no update on that. You know, obviously with bridges, you know, I mean, I put in ZK Cross, you know, I mean, it must be coming up to nearly 6 months ago now for the partner program. And, you know, as far as I've heard, core team hasn't even reached out to them, you know. So, you know, you wonder why we participate in these things. And this goes for the influencer program as well, you know. I haven't heard of any influencer getting contacted by the core team, you know. So, yeah, that's the thing, you know, you try to participate in things, you try to promote these things, and yeah, it just doesn't seem to be any action. Web3 wallet, right, oh sorry, the Chainlink, right, so Chainlink has come out and provided a data stream for Pi, right, so that's something to be, you know, we're into the Chainlink now, so that's good. So for pricing. And then, yeah, they've got the OKX wallet, which was, you know, now does a native Pi wallet if you want to do that. We also had Dianji, you know, she tweeted out this, and, you know, it was very, very cryptic, you know. So turns out this was Banxa, right, which is another onboarding of fiat currency, you know, so you can buy Pi through that. That's pretty cool. Thing is, I mean, why didn't the core team, you know, do this? You know, we've got one of the pioneers, buddy, getting some inside information and, you know, tweeting out a little tease, you know. So, yeah, just find that very interesting. If we go to Banxa, right, at the moment, you know, I think it has been live and has been working, but at the moment, for me, you know, this is all I get when I come in, you know, it just gets, oops, screen. But from what I gather, you know, you can see at the top there, you got verifies, you do your identity, and then you can make payments, right? So I've seen screen captures of this, you know, obviously I can't participate because I, you know, can't get onto Banxa. And yeah, so you got this verified page, you know, obviously you put your document type in here, and then yeah, you make payments and yeah, buy your Pi through that. So that's something pretty cool anyway, right? So it's a nice addition. Just would have been interesting if core team made the announcement. Since, you know, just the other day, I had my 3-year lockup mature, right? So that happened on the 25th of April, right? So that was pretty cool. You see I've got a little notification on my lockups there. And yeah, so this it used to look like this in the active lockups. Then it went to movable lockups on the 25th, and with a move button. Right, so the old typical, do the move. Where do you want to have your Pi? Do you want to re-lock it up to 3 years? No, thank you. I want access to it. I've got 4,000 Pi there, And so I do the move to my wallet, right? Move to my balance, and success, right? All pretty easy. Disappears from there, and then this is how my wallet was, and now it's updated, and you can see there's a move transaction there, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. 3 years ago I didn't know whether to lock up or not. Turns out it's the right decision, because I made a really lot of Pi with all the boosters that I got. And obviously with the boosters, they're all gone now, right? So I had I think I had 560% there, and now it's back to zero, right? So my mining's not real flash at the moment. I think I went from 0.3 to 0.09 mining per hour now. So I'm not earning much Pi, right? But I keep on pushing the button, and it's still free Pi, isn't it? So prior to me doing the move of my lockup, we had another change to the browser, didn't we? So now instead of doing the authorization through the app, you're presented with these three options, right? And here we go again with another problem with centralization, because I had access to my wallet. I'd done all my verifications, KYC and everything. I had my passphrase and all that, but now my wallet access has been taken away. So this was a bit of a problem for me, and I'll show you why. Now, if we take a look here, right, luckily, because I've changed countries, right? So, and I signed up in 2020, right? So since then, I've had domains that I've got rid of, email addresses that changed, phone numbers that have changed, even in countries, So, it's becomes a bit of a problem for me. Now, luckily, we just had a recent update for phone number, right? So that's good, right? So now I can update my phone number, right? So going through here, I go through and update my phone number, right? Do all that. Ask you to do the email address again, right? So do that. Then we got to do a Face ID, right? So I go through and do this, liveness test complete, and success. Right, so that's good. That was all pretty smooth. Didn't seem to be any problems, and it's supposed to only take 2 days to get approved. Right, and for me, right. So this is you can see here, right, saying the approval process, right, and about 24 hours later, it was approved. Right, so that was all pretty seamless thing for me. But for what I can tell, you can only do that process once, right? Because the next times you do it, it's saying here, you can only change 2 numbers. So I don't know what you do if you change countries again, right? Or even a full phone number, because that's a pretty regular occurrence. Now the verify problem, right? Now I do this verify, right? So Australia, right? Prepare to send the SMS, right? And this is where it hangs, right? So this part isn't working at the moment, right? Which I thought was going to be a big problem for me to get the browser access. But if you say, look at here, Marsha's post that she put out, it was saying here that it should only take 2 weeks and this should be restored back. Now, it's been 2 weeks already. I still can't verify the number, right? So I don't know how long that's going to take. I just keep trying every day. Now, if we go back to the browser, though, right? So, like I said, I've been here for a long time, right? So it's 5 years. A lot of things have changed for me, right? For starters, Facebook. I don't have Facebook anymore. I deleted that ages ago, right? Apple ID, right? Well, the current one I'm using is tied to an old email address that is on a domain that I had personally, and I don't have that domain anymore. I got rid of it, right? So these are 2 issues for me for there, right? So my option was the phone number, right? So obviously you've seen I've changed my phone number. That's pretty cool. But it's not verified, right? So I thought, well, I'll give it a try anyway. So I tried it, and it didn't work, right? So I thought, I got to do the verify process. But then I was thinking too, I'm not even sure if that's the right password, right? Because I've never signed out of the app, right? And except I've never had to do the password again, and I got a few options that I use. So I thought I'd try again, and hey, it worked, right? So it's just a different password. So if you change your phone number, it doesn't have to be verified, and you can actually get into the browser. So this is great because now I'm back, I've got access to my wallet and all that, and then I was able to do my free up my lockups because I knew they were coming due, right? So that was great. So the big announcement that we've seen come out has been the Pi Network sponsoring Consensus 2025 up in Toronto, and Nicholas is going to be also a speaker there, right? So that's really, really cool. So hopefully we can see some pretty cool stuff come out of that. Now, I had a look at the website here, and you can see here it's fully announced on the website that he's going to be a speaker. But when I searched for all the 3 days, I can't find him, right? So you've got everyone else listed there, that all the big names that are doing Consensus. People from Cardano and Ripple and all these guys, they're all there, but I can't find what Nicholas is going to be talking on or when he's going to be talking, right? So I don't know what all the secrecy is there. Who really knows? But yeah, it's something we'll be looking for on the 14th of May. Right? Now I posted this out. I put this all sorted together. It seemed to be a bit of a Toronto, gathering here. If you like, there's you've got Consensus in Toronto. You've got our new partner Banxa, which is listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So they're in Toronto, and of course Nicholas actually went to the University of Toronto. Right, so maybe this is all sort of boiling up to come to a big announcement. I wonder what that could be. But hey, we know these things. Who knows? He might just be up there talking about blockchain and decentralization and all that. So I'll keep an eye out, see if we can find out when he's actually speaking and what he's going to be speaking on, what topics. So that'd be really cool. Just for a bit of fun, someone posted this on my post, showing that when he searched for Consensus, Google put up pi equals 3.14, so, another one of those little coincidences there, just for a bit of fun. And yeah, so that's what we've got to look forward to. That's it for this video, but for next week I'm going to make another video because I actually wanted to include a lot of Stellar and Kale stuff, because there's a lot of things that are going on there. But this was getting too big, so I didn't get to get the opportunity to put it in this video. So next week there'll be a Stellar and a Kale video. That'll be really cool with all Soroban and all smart contracts and all those updates, right? So there's been a lot of cool updates going on there. That's it for the video. We've got to look forward to Consensus and, hey, see if something cool comes apart. All right, so I'll catch you later.